botting. So we're gonna just get on League and start playing right away. Let me finish the story. So we're so charming, and I learned all of my careful stuff from him. When I was a little kid, I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you, checking the food? I didn't think checking the food was crazy, but I did notice that he did it. And then he always checked the receipt. I just thought that was normal, but I never used to check my receipts because I used to really be like a baller with my money. I just used to love spending it, not looking at the receipts, because it's just honestly, it's such a good feeling. I just heard about people doing that. But I think that people who are really rich, even if they don't look at their receipt right at the store, I'm sure that they check their credit card statement at the end of the thing and make sure that their $27,000 purse was correctly charged, or that they have people to do it for them. So even if it's not at the level of looking at your receipt, I think that rich and smart people really do also check their finances, just like how my dad did. But I always check my receipt. I take my receipt. I always check it because he told me one day, he was like, always ask for the receipt because they could still charge more after and add it on and then charge a different amount to your card. The way I used to foolproof it, yeah, let's not even just get into that. Let's just move on. All right, so you get it. And then, so the next thing is, so charming, charismatic, like my dad. I wanted to share with you guys because I already knew so much of the stuff that every time I find something new, I get so excited. I just want to be just like him. And I just realizing that I check my receipts and my food orders just like him. And also what I do like him, this is the full circle. Also what I do like him, what I do like my dad is I be mean to people and I put them in their place. My dad, he is super nice. He's nice to everyone. He's too nice. He got betrayed by so many people because he's so nice. And it's like I was just like a little kid and just watching his kindness and then hearing the stories, and then but then also seeing how he got over it so gracefully and how it wasn't a loss for him. But no matter what happened, he always just keep being nice and kind to people, giving people. Every single time we go anywhere to relatives' house, friend's house, family friend's house, whatever, he's always just giving them things and being so nice, making offers, offering to fix stuff. He is so nice. So because my dad is so nice, it's then so shocking, botting, every single time that we go somewhere and how that lady mistreated me at Wendy's. We go somewhere and how that lady mistreated me at Wendy's, he would actually say something. And that's why I told that guy, I was like, hey, the lady on the weekends, she always, she never uses offers and she never gives rewards. And I didn't say oh yeah, she did it to me and she doesn't know how to use the computer. I just got to the point, this is what she's doing. And he said, why? He's like, don't worry, I'll fix it. So that was what happened at Wendy's today. Now, why did I do that is not because I care. I could just simply not go to Wendy's or just get a pickup order or just avoid her completely. But why did I do it is because of mirroring my dad subconsciously. My dad, he will always point it out. But when I was little, I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand it because I was just a little kid. And when I see the conflicts happening, I just was embarrassed. And that's why I don't get embarrassed anymore, is because my dad has embarrassed me so much when I was a little kid that I no longer get embarrassed about anything. Even though sometimes I'm telling you guys a story and I'm like, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know why I say that, because I'm not actually embarrassed. So yeah, I no longer have that emotion of embarrassment. But I realized that like when I was a teenager, I was like, yeah, my dad embarrassed me so much when I was little that I am no longer embarrassed. But so my dad, he always used to like stand up for himself. And then one day he told me, he was like, you need to stand up for yourself. Because I was getting bullied, but I didn't know. It was very early on. I don't even remember what the incident was. He's like, you need to stand up for yourself. And then, so I kind of learned that. But, so, like if somebody, like, made a mistake with the order, he'd be driving away, and he would say, like, that stupid lady, like, she forgot my whatever, or she put milk in here, I told her no milk, or something like that, whatever it was. And it was, like, very aggressive. Like, I told you guys, my dad is, like, very aggressive. He's, like, very aggressive. And then I get, like, my rage from him as well. And my mom, she warned me about that. She was like, genetically, she didn't say the word genetically, but she was saying, like, it's passed down, she said. She didn't say that, but she said, she was implying that's, like, passed down. She was like, you might get it from your father that you're actually, like, a rager. She used completely different words, but she said you get it from your father. So she was like, so be careful. She's just basically telling me, like, to not become a murderer or something, just because I get, like, angry all the time. So I get, like, I have anger issues. It took me a really long time to deal with my anger issues. I basically just use creative outlets in order to, and then I learned over time, like, I learned this year particularly, when I started telling you guys in the podcast, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to get the hate comment. There's nothing I can do. The guy's going to honk at me. There's nothing I can do. I got sexually assaulted at Anime NYC. Nothing I can do. And so you just realize, like, oh, there's nothing I can do. So then, you don't try to get revenge. You just try to be more careful next time. You try to be smarter next time, and just, try to protect yourself. Because I am so pretty, people are going to try to be mean to me. And it's like, would you rather be invisible and nobody notice you? No, I'd rather be myself. Anyways, so because my dad would always be like, oh yeah, that stupid lady just made a mistake on my order. When I was a little kid, I looked at that like, I hated it. I used to, like, cringe, and I used to just think, like, why can't it just be easier? Like, we just get the order and we just eat it and we just be happy. And, like, why can't it just be easier? But growing up, I realized, and it's not even, like, about money, it's actually, like, about, like, disrespect. Because my dad is so attractive and I'm attractive as well, it's like we get mistreated by society. This sounds like crazy, but it's so true. We get mistreated by society because, we look better, we're prettier. A lot of people in America, they're, like, super fat, and, like, we just look nice, and we're just pretty and exotic. And, like, just, like, it, so people mistreat us, they make our orders wrong, or they're genuinely dumb and they just make our orders wrong. Luckily, that's the only bad thing that's ever happened. For me, I got mistreated by that lady at Wendy's, and I think all of my inner learnings watching my dad from such a young age, it triggered all those things in me to, one, make the rage video that's at the beginning of this video about why I was so angry, but I just didn't understand why I'm so angry and why I even recognized it, that, that was happening to me. It's like you could just see the incongruence of her face with the situation and her face. It's like she's looking at me dead in the eyes, like, I know what I'm doing. And then for me, I'm getting gaslit, so I'm getting confused, like, why won't you give me my points? Does she really not know? Or, like, I'm getting confused and flustered, and that's what she wants. And at the end of the day, I didn't get what I wanted because I couldn't think clearly and just get my order as a pickup, which I realized later in the video and also today. So then I told on her to the other guy. That's passive aggressive. My dad is aggressive. I'm passive aggressive. So why I did that was because it's kind of like I'm standing up for myself, but also I'm kind of like being like a vigilante for myself. Like, everything I have to do, like telling on the sexual assaulter and all the things that I have to do is like, all the things I do is like, I have to do it because there is injustice and there's nothing that can be done. People are just gonna keep getting away with murder over and over and over again. And it's just because I'm pretty, just because they want to humble me because of all these things, and because they don't want to give me pretty privilege, because I am indeed pretty. And then, like, if I was like a nobody, I would not have these problems at all. I'd probably get like 10 times offers and reward points at Wendy's. And then, like, so as I've always said in my podcast since the beginning, like, the ugly people, they just don't understand. So yeah, so that's why I do make like these comments and started standing up for myself, because first of all, no one's gonna do it for me, you know, and also because I know I've been wronged and there's nothing I could do about it, and that's the most I can do. Is telling on the lady at Wendy's gonna help? Is it gonna give me rewards? Is it gonna give me money? Is it gonna give me... It's not gonna give me anything. Nothing's ever gonna fix how I've been treated and will continue to get mistreated. Like, nobody's ever gonna even believe me, and that's part of the whole thing, is that nobody's ever gonna believe anything. So, you know, so it's just really crazy. And the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm kind of like fighting my war, but then also I'm hoping that in order, like, because my brain is so smart, my brain is gonna find out, like, okay, in order to not have to go through the agony of fighting this losing war again and again and again and again, you're gonna just become smarter and more proactive, and you're gonna prevent these things from happening. Like, of course, we can't stop people of power from taking advantage of us, but we can try to get more gains than losses. So that's why I'm doing it to myself now. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna tell the Wendy's lady. I know it's not gonna do anything. And it's kind of like just fighting. It's like being the underdog all the time, fighting a war that you know you're not gonna, because I'm not gonna stay quiet about it. And it takes a lot of energy to fight these things, but it's better to fight it. It's like, this is a lady that works at Wendy's. She's gonna be there every single day. You're gonna let her win by never going to Wendy's again just because she's purposefully being mean to you and only you and no one else, and she's pretending like she, you know, like come on, like it's ruining my quality of life. It's like, and why is this happening? Because I'm pretty. So also the other thing that I consider myself a really strong character, a lot of people who get like sexually assaulted and also bullied, they start eating their feelings, but then they also made themselves like fat on purpose so that they would be like less attractive and people would stop attacking them. Whether they did it subconsciously or consciously, they later realized it. And I used to watch this series called Soft White Underbelly on YouTube, and it's just basically about all of these cases. They are so horrific. It's like true crime on YouTube. And he basically interviews people on Skid Row, and they all tell their stories, and he pays them. And it's so horrifying to see, and they willingly go do the video because they're like, wow, you're gonna give me like $150 just to like tell my story. Meanwhile, he's making like millions on YouTube, but you're gonna just give me $150 to just tell my story on YouTube. And those people on those videos, they've done way worse for less. So basically it's like a deal for them. And so he takes a picture of them, he does like really nice photography, really nice videography, and does an interview, and they tell their stories. And a lot of the girls that tell their stories, the ones that are like really ugly now, they just tell stories about how they got abused when they were little, and how they used to like eat so much just to make themselves not attractive anymore. And also, like, they literally said this, and they said like how they would like eat a lot just to make themselves feel like they could be stronger to fight it next time. And then they just got like so ugly and so unhealthy because of that. So that's what a lot of people is really hoping for. They're just hoping that like your next bad experience just completely ruins you. So like the fact that I even made it this far and I've survived all of the hate that I've experienced this far, I've survived everything that you guys did to me and more, and even stuff people don't even know about, and then even stuff I don't even know about. And it's like crazy that I made it out like this far and this good. But because I made it to this age and I look like this good, and I look like I look like I never had hardship ever, but my story is so hard. But I look like I had hardship never. So then I actually face even more hate because people just think like I'm like that I'm pretty privileged, and they just keep wanting to humble me. So it's like an endless cycle. But no matter what, it's like I'm just really grateful that like I'm really smart, and I grew up like really smart. And even though my parents didn't teach me about haters, my parents, they minimally taught me about jealousy as well. Like they used to mention jealousy, but in different terms, because both my parents are singers and they sing Indian music, and my mom has a beautiful singing voice, and she sings like Lata Mangeshkar. She's like a famous Indian singer. That's how my mom's voice sounds, but even prettier. And that's all I get here growing up. But then when they used to go to the prayer houses and to jandis, which are like at our house, at people's houses, they do prayers. People used to be jealous of my parents on how they sing, how they play music and stuff, and like how they are. And because of that, I just used to hear that growing up all the time, like how people are jealous of my parents. But I was never able to equate that to like the jealousy I experienced growing up in college, and even in high school I wasn't able to see it because I was not popular. But I did not realize that people were trying to stop me from. They saw my potential and they didn't let me be popular. And then also in med school I was popular, and then in the video games, you know, I experienced so much hate. But like I said, the only reason I knew was because some couple of people that were obsessed with me, they were really nice to me, and they weren't creepy at all. They really were obsessed with me, and they just used to tell me all these things, and they used to be like, you know, like, you're really pretty, like, you know, you look like Ariana Grande. And then they used to like say these things like they couldn't help but tell me. And I just started seeing that in isolated situations, the people that really like me, and I told you guys, when somebody really likes you, they have like a look on their face. You could just really tell when someone likes you. I haven't seen that look in a long time. And that's why I never get fooled by anyone who's like, yeah, I really like you. And it's like, they're like dead in the eyes. And I'm like, I don't think you like me. That's not what it's supposed to look like. So those people, they really liked me, and they just wanted to express like, I really like you and I want you to know this, you know? So it was like really cute, you know? It was like really cute because it was so innocent and it wasn't creepy at all compared to what I've gone through in my adulthood. And then, so basically, yeah. So basically, yeah. So basically, I know I'm pretty and a big deal. I also do acknowledge that some people don't think other people are pretty. And even though they're like pretty to everyone else, like famous celebrities and stuff. But about that, I do have to say, they have done studies that people who are found physically attractive, the women, they have like symmetrical faces and stuff like that. I know my face is not symmetrical actually, but I think it's because of my features, like my nose, my side profile, the fact that I have big eyes, but not only that I have big eyes, but because my pupils, like these are not contacts, and these are not like people, they wear like bigger iris contacts to make their pupils seem larger and doe-eyed, but these are like my real eyes. So because I have like those features naturally, when I was younger, before I used to do my makeup so well, before people used to always say like, oh, you have such a pretty smile. Like it used to be like only about the smile. They always used to be like, smile more. They always still say that now. It used to only be about the smile. But now that I do my makeup really nicely, because of years of practice, I get more compliments. I get the most compliments on my eyes. But I know the prettiest feature I have is definitely my nose. But even my nose, I was hard to identify that it was pretty because when I was a very little kid, my sister, my youngest sister, we're 1 year apart, and I have two sisters, so it's three of us, and she used to say that I have a witch nose, and she used to say, and it used to be pointier and skinnier when I was little, and she used to say, call me like a Vegeta head because of my widow's peak. So like I was already getting made fun of for like my pretty features. Like my widow's peak is almost like heart shaped, but that was like from my own sister. But like even her, like I love her. I would say like she was a little jealous of me, but now that we've grown up, like I actually like her more than my other sister. So it's like, it's kind of weird that like I think she's jealous of me even if she doesn't know it. But she can't, like you can't prove that. Because sometimes people they just really do think like, oh, you know, those features are not pretty. But I think that I was so different that yeah, we'll never know because we were just little kids. And you know, little kids, they always tell the truth. So we'll never know if it's ugly or pretty, but I think it's pretty. So I'm not really calling her jealous because she was so little. She was literally like 4 years old. Like there's no way she will know. There's no way she could know. You know, she was actually like a little bit older than that. Like there's no way she could know because we're watching. So I was in 5th grade, so she was in 3rd grade. So there's no way she would know like how to be jealous or like I'm jealous of my sister. She definitely does not want my witch nose or my Vegeta head. So like there's no way to know if she's jealous. But the way that my brain computes it is like, yeah, I'm pretty and she's jealous of me. Because I don't know. But I don't know. I don't really know. Like if she was really making fun of me because it was funny. Because you know little kids, they always make fun of you. Or was I really pretty and she's jealous of me? Honestly, little kids, they don't really get jealous like that. But I'm just saying, I got teased for my features. And those are like my prettiest features. You know what I think it is? Okay, I'll tell you what things. I don't think she was jealous of me. I think she saw my features and she's like, this is weird and funny. So she told me, because she's like a little kid and little kids are really honest. But then when I grew up, they actually became really pretty features because I embraced them. I did my makeup and I show my widow's peak now and stuff like that. So that makes more sense because I can really imagine her being jealous of me because she was definitely, when we grew up too, she was more popular than me, so in school. So yeah. it's all really interesting. Okay, so let's move on. So I want to full circle this video since it's so long. So yeah, these people that liked me romantically, they used to tell me stuff about me. Like, if it wasn't for them, I would never know, because I can't see it. Especially since, like, every time I look at myself in the mirror and the camera, I see a totally different person than what you guys see, because I only see my face straight on. Even when I look at myself in, like, videos and stuff, it's, like, still hard to perceive myself. Till this day. So, like, it just doesn't look like me. Like, the way I think I look is not what I really look like. I'm actually prettier. There would be times I'd be like, yeah, okay, I look really pretty today. It's like prom, and I'm all dressed up, and I look really pretty, whatever. But, like, it's like every day. I'm pretty every day. But anyways, what do I want to get to before I close this video? Because this has been such a long video. Yeah, the haters just be out here. And anyways, yeah, the only reason why I know is because of those core people. There were also, I don't remember who they are, but there were some girls in my, I do remember one, and they were like very tall, very ugly, but they were very nice in high school. They were, I'm talking like, these girls were like 5'11", like 5'9". They were so tall, and they were like 5'9", and like they were not very feminine looking, but they would be very kind, and it would be like 7th grade and stuff, and they used to do the same thing, kind of like, I wasn't like pretty in 7th grade yet, but they used to do the same thing, like kind of fangirl over me and kind of be like, yeah, you know, you have this and this, and you know, like, they wouldn't say you're really pretty, but they would say, you know, this and this and this, you know, and then I would be like, oh, okay. So then after hearing all of the compliments from different sources and the one I got over the most, and I never counted, was the smile. Every time someone complimented me on my smile, I used to be like, yeah, I wore braces for 3 years. You know, I just brush it off, whatever. Like, I don't really, you know, I grew up my whole life, my dad was telling me, you have a $10,000 smile. And he paid for that. So, yeah, it was just really, like, the smile to me was like, it was like given to me. And I never really counted it towards my beauty. I actually hated when people compliment me, you have a really nice smile. But then when I got really pretty in my adulthood, in my 30s, the compliment was always about the eyes. But I think it's like, because mostly people can't really see my nose, and they're not gonna really come up to me and be like, you have a nice nose, because that's just really weird. But I think definitely my beauty is in my nose. I think it's definitely in my nose, undoubtedly so. Yeah, because a lot of people I see on social media and shows, they all just getting nose jobs, and they all just get their nose to look like mine, which is weird. But yeah, I reposted a video Pokimane did. Pokimane just literally said, like, if you want somebody to like you more, just tell them that you're not looking for a relationship. And she's just making a joke, but it's like a funny satire, and it's actually kind of true. But it's not really. If somebody doesn't like you, they're never gonna like you. And the more you like them, they're not gonna like you. And I know that because all the guys I like, you know, they don't like me back. So, and you have to just kind of move on and accept, like, that person's never gonna like you. So, you know, with the New York whale, I always wonder about him, like, because I told you guys he had sent me all those messages for years. I just never saw them on my Instagram. I always wonder, like, did he like me all those years? Or was he just randomly being friendly to every single person on his friends list and just messaging them on Instagram and saying, hi, how are you, for years to everyone, or just me? You know, so you just always wonder. So that's why I did shoot my shot, but since he hasn't said anything to me, I just left it alone. But I always do wonder about him, if he ever liked me. Because I'm just to the point where, like, you know, if you were, you should always, wow, she actually got the kill, lovely. You should always try to know, because I think you just never really know how your life could be different if you just find out something sooner than later. And let me just wrap up this 30-minute video. Let me just wrap up the main points of this video, okay? So a lot of people are pretty, and a lot of people, they got bullied. Unfortunately, some of the cases were even fatal. But all the people who got bullied, the pretty girls, they don't even know that they're pretty. And I don't even know that I'm pretty too. To rehash everything, people in society, they always try to punish us, humble us because we're so pretty. They try to bring us down and not let us see how good we are, and give us bad experiences because they don't have it easy like us. And also because we're nice. Like, I'm just naturally nice to random people. Like, if I'm like going to a store and ordering something, I would be like nice. I wouldn't be like mean. But if I know somebody and I already know the history of them, I will have my guard up and I will be like more defensive and less, I won't talk to them that much and stuff. So I'll be more mean to those people. But because I'm naturally nice, yeah, I heard this a lot. It actually makes people more mad. Oh my God, this mastery is so good. It actually makes them more mad because they're like, she's pretty and she's nice, so it makes them more mad. Okay, it's like I can't even talk this much about this because I don't even care about this. Like, I really don't care about them. Okay, so we're getting punished because we're pretty, we're nice, and it makes it worse. And I know it's hard for me to tell this story now because you guys have never seen me be nice, but the people from the past, I think they know, because they've seen me be nice. And full circle, I'm so much like my dad. A lot of what I grew up with seeing, I actually just mirror it now, consciously, subconsciously. And I just really stand up for myself finally. Really proud of myself for standing up for myself. Finally. Oh my God. I'm just really glad for myself for standing up for myself finally. Next thing I want to say, wrapping it up, like, why is it even so important? You know, why are you blabbing about being pretty? What is the point of the video? The point of the video is we get treated differently because we are like pretty. And it's almost like torturous, actually. And people, they just want to punish us and be so mean to us and make us have a bad day, make us always frown. Like, you guys see it all the time on my stream. It's like non-stop. But then there are people that tell us like how obsessed they are with us, and they accidentally just revealed it to us. And it's really their faults that we know. Like, I told you guys, like, my parents and my teacher would say that I'm beautiful, and that how they want to tell me, and my dad and teacher used to say it, they want to tell me so that I didn't hear it for the first time from someone else and think it's actually special. That, like, just know you are beautiful and don't let people take advantage of you for that. So that was really cool, that they did that for me. And that was really cool that they did that for me. And then So then like the smile compliments and the pretty compliments mean like basically nothing to me. And but then thanks to all the other people who were obsessed with me and throughout my life, that really just brought to light, like, yes, you know, you're like really pretty. I just thought also was really interesting. I always wonder, like, why me? I always wonder why me for a lot of things. Like, for example, if I'm not such a big deal, then why me? Why am I the one? Basically, I'm trying to say, like, if what everybody says is true, how come I'm the only person that's under the heat all the time for everything? And then finally, for the I gotta come back to that because that's like a whole other podcast. So, like, basically, actions versus words. What everybody's showing me, what everyone's telling me is different from what they're showing me. Everyone's showing me that they're obsessed with me, but they're saying, oh, but you're not a big deal. You're not famous. You're not a celebrity. You're not all that. You're cringe. You're this, you're that. But then they're like, they literally are obsessed with me. But as soon as I reject them, they start being mean to me and saying like, oh, no, you're not that, by the way. Like, and a lot of people also try to hide my own strengths from me by being like, I know all these guys on the internet that they all like me, but they will like never give me a compliment. They will never say anything nice about me. But I'm already older, so I already know all these things about myself from what other people have told me. But because they try to hide it so bad, then I know it's also true again. Okay, so then the last thing was about the ranking, because I mentioned that earlier. Let's just surrender, guys. You guys can't play the game. The last thing is about the ranking. So I'm really competitive, but it's really hard. It's really hard because a lot of people, they use me as an energy source to get motivated. You'll see it all the time in my Twitch chat. Like, they come up to me in my Twitch chat and they'd be like, yeah, you're not good at Katarina. Yeah, this, that, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so weird. And, like, they're just, like, basically bullying me. But, like, basically they're getting, like, motivation from all these things, right? So basically they're like fueling their motivation, like, because you know, in general, like, have you ever had a boring league game? Most of it is really boring, but not if you have a common enemy, if you have someone to duo with, if you have viewers that are watching you. There's many different factors. If you have friends to play with, there's many different factors that make League fun. So, you know, that's just one of them, is a competitive nature. So I told you guys I made lots of diamonds throughout my year, motivating people, not willingly so. They just wanted to compete with me. This one girl, she used to tell me, like, in 2017, she used to tell me, hey, I check your OPGG like every morning, and you know, I saw like you lost this much, I saw you gained this much. And like she told me I was a streamer, and she told me like what she does. That's like her habit. It's like she gets like a dopamine hit from looking up my games and keeping track of what I'm doing. So it's the same thing as like people, even though they may not be watching my stream or stalking my OPGG, they still checking like, okay, good, she didn't, she's still iron, she's still bronze, you know. And then they copy my goals. Like I told you guys, when the Emerald ELO came out, somebody copied me, and then they said, and then they got Emerald. They either bought it or they really got Emerald, which I can't see how they could get Emerald so fast. So, oh my god, this guy just stalking me the whole time. Oh, this guy just stalking me the whole time in the game. Okay, and then they copied my goals, and he got emerald, and two of them got emerald. One of them was my friend, one of them was not. And they both came back to my chat after I told my whole chat that I want to be emerald when the emerald ELO just came out. Okay, what really happened was, first, somebody came to my chat and he said, so are you emerald yet? And I was like, what the fuck? Because I did not know the emerald ELO came out, because that sounds so unreal back then. And then this other person came and they said the word emerald, and I'm like, why is everybody making this joke? Is this like a new meme? And then so when one of my mods came, I said, Garen, like, why is everybody saying emerald? And he's like, there's a new ELO, it's called emerald. So I started Googling it, and it looks so pretty. I was like, oh, I want the emerald ELO border. And then I was like, duo with me so I can get it. And one of my haters was watching at the same time. So both Garen and my hater, they both went and got emerald borders without me. And then they came back and they're like, hey, I'm emerald, like in a couple days, and then, or weeks, or like a week or less. They just came back and they're like, yeah, well, I'm emerald. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm still iron. And like, they just left me in the dust. They didn't care. They won't play with this game with me. And then, so, people just always copy me. I like playing competitive games, but it's so hard because all people do is that they come to my chat and just brag to me about all of the stuff they got. And the reason why is like, it's stupid. It's like, they're just dumb humans that they're just happy that they got something, but they just brag on me, and they're just happy that, you know, I didn't get anything. And it's like just another one of those humbling things. It's like, oh, you're a streamer, but you don't get to have a diamond border, and you've been trying for years and you can't get it, you know, whatever. And then everybody comes to me and they always tell me, they're like, yeah, I'm this ELO. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. And like, they just keep bragging on me. It doesn't matter, honestly. I don't ban people anymore unless they really break the Twitch rules. But, like, I don't ban them anymore. But it's like, why are you telling me? Why do I have to know? Why do I have to be the recipient of your little thing? Like, I did a really good job protecting my brain and just really just canceling out all the noise, ignoring all the people, barely talking about, you know, the exes unless they're relevant. You know, those people are always going to be a part of my life, so they're always going to come up. It's not, and I think it's healthy that it does, and I'm not, like, jealous of them, so I won't, like, try so hard to get them out of my brain, because I actually respect my exes. They've been through a lot, and they all did a really good job being boyfriends, especially since now I see that people don't even traditionally be boyfriend like how I had it when I was growing up. So I got really lucky in my 20s and 30s that I found like a fiance, and I found like real boyfriends, and they treated me really respectfully, and we had many great memories, even though we fought and we broke up at the end. It doesn't matter, because at least I had that, because I don't think that exists anymore. So yeah. So the exes, they're solidified, and they always will be my exes, and that's fine. But so they always will have a place. I always will bring them up. It's fine. I would never like try to erase them, because that wouldn't be real. And also during those times, I didn't have any friends. I only had my boyfriend, and he would be like my friend and my boyfriend. He would be like my everything. He'd be the person I message as soon as I wake up and all the way till I go to sleep. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. I'm not even like that. I don't even like text messaging anymore. But it used to be like my whole life, really. And I'm like, what character am I? Okay. Okay. So oh my god, it's a whole hour this video. Oh my god. So basically, all the new people now is trying to come in and take up my mental space. You can't. You cannot. I'm really just saving myself for like the right person, and just to be dating, and then also just looking for some really high skill level people like me, myself, to play League of Legends with, that can see my skill level and acknowledge me. A lot of people, they just don't even acknowledge me. Like, I'm so good at this game. Even a Twitch partner came to my channel. I screenshotted it and put it on my Twitter. It was like, he told me like how good I am at the game. Like, it was incredible for him to even watch. It's just years of practicing. The last thing I want to say to wrap this up is that because I am a competitive game player, everybody's competing with me and trying to beat my rank. And I just want to say that everybody's rank is irrelevant to me. I've always said this since for 5 years or more. I've always said to everybody in my chat, I think since 2020, so 5 years, yeah. I've always said to them, like, I don't care what elo you are, because people always come to my channel, they're like, I'm diamond, I'm master. I don't care about what elo you are. I care about what elo I am. So hopefully this is the year I finally be able to carry myself, and also pair with the right people to get better borders, because I already been to high elos, and these people, they play so bad, and I know I'm better than them. So yeah, that's everything. Okay, bye.